Did want to get the latest update on Conor Mcgregor. You know he likes to mess with us all. He sent out a tweet. They had like an alleged Fight Pass graphic of him and Chandler in December, end of year. What can you tell us about the latest on Conor? Is he in the mix for that December?
I don't know how that got out or whatever. It wasn't from Fight Pass. My team was telling me it was an AI.
It looked fake. It looked like
yeah. It wasn't real. Yeah. I mean, obviously, if that was the case, you would have heard it from us first.
Well, we've seen billboards.
You've got a report from me on Instagram.
Fair enough. Is he in the mix up for December? We're trying to figure out because sometimes he says he can, then he says he can't. Is he even Conor? Is he even in discussion for December?
I have no clue. We'll see how this plays out.
Nice. I do ask you about Sean O'Malley as well, obviously new champion star. What can you tell us about metrics or just information you may have about where he stands already as a star?
Mm-hmm. Well, we could talk about the Contender Series. When he fought here, he had the biggest numbers on the Contender Series. The first however many seasons, it was millions. He had millions of views. So we knew right away. We started to move him that way. And he was, obviously, the gate in Boston was the biggest gate ever in the history of the Boston Garden that wasn't the Celtics finals, right? And it was the biggest bantamweight championship of all time, pay-per-view wise. So yeah, I saw there was some talk about me whispering in his ear, "You're going to make a lot of fucking money." He's going to make a lot of fucking money. That's a fact.
Do you have a kind of leader in the clubhouse of what's next for him? I mean, obviously Cheeto won that night. You got Rob out there.
The last 2 days, yesterday and today, we have put together fights all the way up into March of next year. Yeah.
Care to let us know?
Yeah, when I'm ready, I'll let you guys know.
Nice. Last thing I want to ask, and I don't know how involved you are in this, but there was a report that came out today of a letter that you guys sent along with the NBA and the NFL to the U.S. government about cracking down on piracy and getting the DMCA Act updated to immediately bring down stream. Just curious how much involvement you have in that and what you can tell us about that.
We've been cracking down on piracy for years. I've been talking about piracy for 10, 12, 13 years. We've always taken a strong stance on piracy, and we always will. Yeah.
Hi, Dana.
Yeah. Hi.
I'm just curious, we just saw O'Malley win the title first or second, I guess, from Contender Series. Is there somebody that you think will be the next champion from Contender Series?
Well, it's funny you say that because, the war room that we have at the office where we make all the fights, there's so on the wall, there's different stickers that go beside the fighters' names so that we know where they came from. Red is the Ultimate Fighter. Blue is the Contender Series. And I think yellow is looking for a fight. And if you look at the whole wall, it's all blue. I mean, the whole wall is blue. This show has created so much talent from, top 15, 10, 5, to a couple world champions now. So this show has become, not just something that we love to do every Tuesday night, but it's become a very vital part to, the organization and to matchmaking.
Getting kind of a rarity tonight with only 3 of 5 contracts given. Is that, I don't know, is that like sending a message or anything, or thinking like I gotta tighten up this thing a little bit?
No message at all. Listen, I said it how it is. If you come in on Tuesday night, this is it. So when the next fight's starting, I flip the page. Thomas Peterson. He's got 7 knockouts. He's 7-1. This is all I know, and I know it as you're walking in and whatever. That's it. This doesn't mean anything to me because obviously you're good enough to be here. They chose you. The matchmakers who I have confidence in and the guys that I listen to brought you here. Show me and everybody right now, who are you? What do you got? Make me say I got to have them in the UFC tonight.
Right.
That's it. If you don't do that, then it doesn't happen tonight. It's like Laura was saying. It's not like it can't happen down the road. Just not happening tonight.
Right. All right, let's ask about the people that you got in. Bellagio, he started the night off. Would he be kind of the MVP of the night?
Well, I would say the main event was the MVP of the night. But obviously, Oki's a close second. I mean, he beat a Muay Thai world champion, kickboxing champion, and did it striking. And, listen, he was a 2-1 underdog. Nobody told him that. You know what I mean? He didn't get the fucking memo. He went out there and fired away, and anything can happen in a fight. You see it every Tuesday in this place. 2-1, 3-1, 4-1 dogs winning because they want to win.
Is that the kind of example you would give to people, like, hey, watch that performance? Because I mean, it was just all out aggression. Like, we're not trying to save anything for the third round.
Every performance is different. There's been decisions that I've taken, guys. It's not like, oh, you got to come in and finish spectacularly and you got to be a 3-1 dog. It depends on the fight. It depends on how you fight. It depends on, there's a lot of different factors into how I decide whether you should be here or not, or whether I want you here or not.
I did want to ask you about Thomas Peterson as well as the heavyweight. Obviously heavyweight's tough. It's just tough to find quality heavyweights, right? Is it a little an easier bar of entry, I guess, to get in, or was he a guy that you just were blown away by tonight?
Thomas?
Yeah.
Total domination. He absolutely dominated. The kid that was on The Ultimate Fighter, and has experience. He's got 13 fights. He's 10-3. He dominated him, finished him, and he earned a shot tonight. He deserves to be here. And when you look at the kid, he's 28. He's in his prime. He's 8-1 with 7 knockouts, and performed tonight the way you would want him to perform against a guy with. He was a big dog, but he's got 13 fights and he's 10-3. Yeah. So, yeah.
And then last I screwed up the main event because I said maybe Bellagio was the MVP, but you think maybe Carlos was the one that stood out the most tonight?
100%. How smooth that guy was, the way he moved, the combinations that he was putting together, how relaxed he was. First round, he landed 70% of his strikes. UFC average is 44%. Pretty much everything that guy threw landed. Nasty. That kid put on about as good of a performance as you could ever put on tonight, as far as I'm concerned.
A lot of these Brazilians, we haven't talked to them yet, but a lot of Brazilians have been coming through this season of Contender Series. Obviously, they're looking to November in the show in Brazil, saying, please put me on there, I want to fight there. Do you know, has that card started filling up yet, or will you try to get these Brazilians on that card?
Yeah, listen, if he wants to be on that card, I'll throw him on there. We can always got room for one more, so if he wants it, I'll do it.
I dig it. And then let me ask you about Timothy Kwamba. Like, you have that where you say guys sometimes are just too young, right? So what do you recommend? If a guy comes here, he puts on a great show, and you say it's just too young, what's the recommended path for guys to, okay, let me get here anyway?
Saying he's too young, man, he didn't show me tonight. Bo Nickel fought here. With not much experience. The list goes on and on of guys that I've taken with no experience. I just didn't see it from this kid. I didn't think he had the power. You know what I mean? His power was fast as lightning, that stood on the outside, fought a good fight, is definitely a talented kid. He's just not, I just don't think he's ready for the UFC. You get in there, and the Canadian kid was fucking durable, man. Durable, kept pressing forward, wanted to win, didn't come in here just to fucking lay down and go home and, get beat. Tough, durable guy, but yeah, Timmy just didn't have it tonight.